Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Got an Armada ARW 100 for you today. Really fun free ride twin tip. We do get a new graphic for this year. It retains the same structural qualities and the overall footprint as we saw last year. Just a new graphic, which I guess I would call pink cow graffiti or some level of the three. I don't know. I really like how this thing looks, and it is a really well-rounded 100mm all-mountain twin tip that works really well for a ton of skiers and in a variety of conditions and terrain. Certainly there's no ignoring the freestyle component. Most notably, this ski does have a freestyle recommended and a factory mount point, which are about 2 centimeters apart from each other. So there are options here for skiers. Once you get into this width, we start to see fewer skiers using it as a park-specific or park-only ski. The ARW 88 certainly falls more into the category of the competition ski in this range. But if you're looking to mix freestyle and free ride, benefits, then you could do a lot worse than the ARW 100. Construction-wise, we are built with a poplar wood core. We do get ash underfoot in the binding zone. That helps as retention as well as an additional layer of denser wood for more power and for more edge grip, and just a little bit of a damping agent there as well. In their edges, or their sidewalls I should say, we see their wedge wall technology come through. So basically they use a more of a three-dimensional sidewall with an insert that goes into the core of the ski. It gets pressed in through the molding process. And that kind of adds another component. If you think about the sidewall as a vertical laminate within the construction of the ski, we're now adding another dimension to that by inserting part of that into the actual core and then pressing it into the ski. So you're getting more cohesion, a smoother overall feel, some nice energy and rebound out of it, as well as increased durability. So pretty cool stuff from Armada, kind of taking the sidewall technology to the next level here. But overall, fairly light, fairly flexible. It's interesting, as the ARW skis get wider, they do get a little bit more flexible, mostly due to a thinner core profile, and they kind of retain the same weight. It's pretty interesting to see all the ARWs sit on the scale at roughly the same weight, despite being 88, 94, and then up to this 100. So 1,689 grams here in the 165, and there's enough weight there to make it feel substantial, but still light enough to be mobile and agile. A lot of the density comes in that central third of the ski, so they kind of keep the tips and tails a little bit lighter for a lower swing weight and increased agility. Shape-wise, we're at 100 underfoot, and these skis have 125, 100, 118. So it's a 7mm drop in tip to tail taper, getting a little bit away from more symmetrical shapes that we see in the narrower skis. It's, again, kind of an incremental process away from symmetry and more into directional free ride. Lower camber overall, so pretty easy to kind of flatten the ski out and get it sideways, increasing that driftiness and that mobility. And then some nice longer rocker here in the shovel, and that's going to help alongside with the taper shape for flotation. It's 100 underfoot, so not a dedicated powder ski, but certainly fares quite well due to the shape and the flex. And then a really playful tail, pretty symmetrical in terms of tip and tail rocker, and that's going to give the ski a nice even and balanced feel, especially in softer snow. This is a great tree ski for here in Vermont on a snowy day because it does mix agility and support quite well. So really fun for mixing those terrain, different terrains and different snow conditions. We also have some tester feedback here on the ARW 100. Ashley Maxfield notes that this ski felt great underfoot, could load it up for a turn and pop off any bump that I wanted. Great for all terrain and all mountain. It is a one quiver wonder. Yeah, I think that underfoot feel is kind of overlooked in twin tips, where people kind of focus on the dramatic shape and the tips and the tails and kind of forget that ski companies are really good at putting energy and power where they want it to be, And in a ski like this, you combine that ash insert, you combine the wedge wall technology, and you're coming up with some nice substance in that middle of the ski here, while leaving the ends playful and creative for softer snow, park, anything you're looking to do. I do think the width kind of brings it out of the intermediate range. I don't think that an intermediate would be overpowered by this ski, but maybe not totally stoked on the width. Just might not feel as quick or as mobile as an advanced or an expert level skier who has more comfort putting a ski like this up on edge and taking advantage of that width and being able to kind of hook into the versatility of the ski. So I'd put it more in the advanced and expert range, but more because of the width and not so much because of the flex, because it does have a more even flex for those that are progressing. But that's it. That's the ARW 100. Make sure you check out this ski here at SkiEssentials.com, and we will see you out there on the hill. Bye.